I think they can hear us. I'm sure they can. It doesn't matter. But yeah, we're going to go on to capture the flag on lockdown. But we're going to keep going on. There's no problem. Apparently, people are saying, do we need commentators? All we do is look at the game and say what's happening.
Well.
Well, to be fair, I'm fairly certain that's what commentate means. We could talk about something else.
Talk about the weather.
Yeah.
Like, we'll talk about the weather. We don't need commentators, apparently. Let's just talk about the weather. So, Bracey, what's the weather like for you today?
Awful. It's freezing cold and I'm wearing a duvet.
You're wearing a duvet. Oh, dearie me. And the game's been ended one more time. Not entirely sure what is going on. I think one of the players isn't actually in the game. So we'll wait for that to be addressed.
I think it's hard to communicate across such a big event when they're trying to get this restarted. So obviously they're having problems getting to them. It's very, very loud there, as we heard yesterday when we had comms from the event.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll get started very, very soon, and we should get an amazing game underway. Capture the flag lockdown. Let's talk about this map. I used to hate this map. I used to really hate this map. I mean, with that really incredibly one-sided spawn. I mean, this is one of the maps that is just one-sided, and there is no other map really like it.
Yeah, it's honestly, in my opinion, the worst map that we play in the Deserter rule set. I just think it's that one-sided that it kind of ruins it for me. I mean, on one side, you essentially just play for a stalemate. I mean, that's what you kind of have to do unless you are full out aggressive. Obviously, there's new strategies that come out and people say, oh, well, we can spawn trap on the bad side. The bad side isn't that bad. You know, the bad side can become the good side if you play it correctly, which is fair enough. If you've got a good enough team around you that you can do that, by all means go for it. But in the top tournaments, you don't really see teams play like that. They tend to just play essentially not to lose on what we call the bad side, and then to go all out spawn trap on the good side. And to me, I just don't think that's balanced.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, but this map, I mean, on one side, I actually find the ARs are a little bit irrelevant. I mean, when you've got the good side down, you can lock down the ARs, as you've famously seen Swanee and Gunchy do so many times. Once you get that locked in, it can be incredible to try and break out of it, and that's where you really see the teams differentiate. If someone's got the teamwork down that they can break out of this map, then they're going to find it a lot easier on the bad side to just try and keep that flag cap score as low as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. But we are going to get underway with CTF Lockdown. Now we have the right maps up and everybody is in the game. We're going to go ahead and what side? Should we go on the good side, do you reckon? And just see how many flags they can cap?
I think I think the good side is the more entertaining side, so we will go on that. And
the wrong team.
It's right. I've gone on the wrong team as well.
Delta.
Never mind, we're on Delta, and we're going to jump on board with this team here. This is obviously Blooded Clouds, and I'm on board with Gnome Boris at the moment.
Yeah, we'll have a look at whereabouts Boris is heavily stunned. He's actually been dropped. I think, yeah, he did. He got dropped by Legendary, so I'm on board with Zays. He's actually in corridor, making his way towards top art. That flag has also been pulled by Goblin, so all Zays needs to do right now is try and lock down those spawns and make sure no one makes their way to corridor as Boris picks up Semtex still out on stats. And this is what Zays needs to do, but he gets knifed by Legendary. That isn't going to do Blooded Cloud any favours, and that flag has in fact been dropped in that top corridor and has been returned. But we're on board with Boris now. It looks like he's going to try and set up some spawn kills.
Yeah, here we go. We're going to go have a look. Gnome Boris, oh, he's actually going to go for a flagpole here. He hasn't seen anyone. A couple of players of Pain have just gone down. So there you go. Gnome Boris has this flag away, but someone is on balcony. I believe that is Palooka, so he can throw this down if he stays there. Is Boris going to challenge?
Yeah, it looks like Boris is actually thinking of challenging that. Not entirely sure. Should have just waited till he had a little bit more support from his team. Palooka just got a very easy kill and another flag return. So Pain off to a good start defensively. But let's see if they can push up and be a little bit more aggressive so they can get a flag, as Boris is just trying to stun and Semtex his own flag, make sure none of the Pain players are around there to try and get an easy counterpull.
There you go. Gnome Boris is hovering around this balcony area. Looks like they're being a bit on the defensive. They're clearly looking for someone as he moves around. But here he goes now. Looks like, oh, he gets taken down by Palooka. And Palooka's actually playing really well here, slowing down Blooded Clouds wherever they go.
Yeah, Palooka off to a great start, managing to do some really good defensive work. But we default back on board to Boris. Needs to be careful he doesn't run into that truck as it blows up. Doesn't want to give away an easy life there. He's trying to stun top art. Doesn't look like he's actually connected. But once again, it looked like Blooded Clouds are in a position to try and pull that flag away. Goblin tries to, but Legendary there to put a stop to him. Todrox picks off a nade kill on Apology, but Legendary gets dropped by Boris. We default over to Zays. He's just in mid-map trying to lock down that church ball, make sure none of the Pain players can overextend, but he has just choked a few shots, decided to push up, not entirely sure why, and Legendary got an easy kill.
Yeah, it does seem like Blooded Clouds are struggling to really get going here. Every time they push that flag, they don't have it quite locked down enough to actually get it away. But there you go, Gnome Boris with a two-piece. It looks like, can he get the three? No! So close. He would have been able to pull that flag away if he pulled that off, but unfortunately not. stopped at the last second, and we default to Zaza here at the moment, as he looks like he's going to try and go and lock down this spawn so they can actually get a flag away on this side.
Yeah, Zay's not entirely sure why he decided to jump back up and try and challenge that, and because of that stupid mistake, to be honest, it's going to be 3 down for Bloody Cloud, and it's going to be left to Jan to do a little bit of defensive work, see if he can force his teammates spawn to a good one. He doesn't want them spawning too far away from their flag, especially when you're coming up against the likes of Pain, and Pain have got another 2 down. Palooka and Legendary getting kills respectively, but Jan gets the knife there on Legendary and he's going to try and pull the flag away.
Yeah, he is. He's actually going a quite weird route. Where is he going? Oh, that may be a little bit of a bamboozle, as it's called, as he tried to go around the other way. But here he goes, now going through mannequins. I believe he has good support. But someone's just been taken down on concrete steps, and none of his teammates are there.
Yeah, they really need to try and get that flag returned. Jan definitely can't be pushing too far forward. If there's a Pain player in fire, he's going to get easily taken down. Immediately aiming that rather, as Legendary just pick up that flag, but Boris drops him, and that is going to be 1-0 to Blooded Clouds. 1 minute 36 still to go. They really need to be trying to push and get a few more flags there.
Yeah, in fairness, Pain did force them to come off of that spawn trap, so they gave themselves a little bit of a breather room by making that push. So they have made sure they don't get relay, which is going to be good for them really, because 1 flag down on this map isn't a bad thing, as they have the good side to go. However, they are 3 down right now, but no, Boris goes for it. Shut down by Legendary and Ivy. He is all alone, and he's managed to stop them, but Goblin Yan now has it away. Yeah,
Jan with a really smart piece of play there. Knew Legendary was right above him on that top Ivy. Decided not to even go for the challenge. He knew that time was of the essence, had to try and pull that flag away, and he's managed to do just that, as Zaze does take down Legendary, and Apology takes down Styles. Palooka did drop someone with a nade though. Oh, and that's a nice clutch play there, as Boris goes to Palooka, and that's going to be 2-0 with less than a minute still to play.
2-0, and that is a good score for this side. You need to get realistically at least 2 flags, because that bad side can go bad very, very quickly if that spawn trap gets locked in. And Zaze here actually looks like he's hiding behind a tyre. I don't know if that's on your screen, and he's just hiding behind it, but that's actually a good play. Actually picks up the kill there, and Zaze looks like he's now going to try and lock down this spawn for a final flag. Can he do it? Goblin Yan and No Boris take 2. Ye's in a good position to lock this down. This flag is going home.
Zay's not too sure why he's actually decided to do that. He could have stayed and locked down the spawn. Looks like he's just going to try and run back just in case Palooka is going to be near their flag. But I think that was Tojorks who actually took him down. And oh, the flag carrier is all by himself. He is going to be last alive. He just wants to stay alive now. Make sure Pain don't get a counter cap.
Yeah, well, I think it's a little bit too late for counter cap. He has 3 seconds. He probably should have just run that in then. He could have done it. But oh no, that flag was actually away. Never mind. You know what? Pain just managed to get back there and make sure they didn't get 3 flags down. You know, Boris managed to get that kill right at the end there. And you know what, this is going to be interesting here. 2 flags is not that much of an advantage going into the bad side.
Yeah, I think Pain, if I'm honest, they can do some damage going onto this good side. I mean, we'll change team, we'll get on board with them. I'm on board with Palooka, who's got his PP out. Looks like he's going to go for a very quick church rush. We start to see more players do that. He runs straight into Boris and gets the first blood of this second side. Looks like he's going to try and set up for a very quick pull rather, but there was 2 players at the bottom white who got a very, very easy kill.
Yeah, it looked like Bloody Clouds were going quite defensive there. 3 of their players were all around that spawn area. So it doesn't look like they're in any hurry to push out that much and let Pain take the advantage. But here we go, looks like Pain are now trying to make a move towards Drill, picking up 2 kills, and he's actually going to track back. He sees someone, there we go, he's seen Gnome Boris. That's who he was looking for, and it looks like they're now trying to set up for this spawn trap.
Yeah, Tojorks is going to be one of these players who's going to try and stop any of the Bloody Clouds players getting back to his flag, and that's exactly what he's just done there. Takes down Apology, immediately pre-aiming the area he thinks they're going to be spawning on, and he's got himself a 2-piece by doing that, so he takes down Boris as well. Really needs to take full advantage of this, and very unfortunate play there from Tojorks, but the flag has in fact been pulled. Both flags have been pulled now, and it will be a counter.
However, Legendary has actually managed to stop and defend there. Palooka is there, covering and sweeping by. Is there anyone on overextended? Looks like they have this flag actually really well locked down. Todraw in corridor, Legendary back to flag, but there is someone at the back there. Goblin is there. Can he stop any more pressure coming on? It looks like that flag has gone in, making it now 2-1. And you know what? That was incredible.
Yeah, that was really smart play. I'm now on board with Legendary, who's just doing a little bit of defensive work. He gets dropped by Apology, which means it's going to be Starks left last alive, and that flag has been pulled by Bloody Clouds, and he really needs to try and get himself in clutch position. He does take down Boris, but he's going to have to try and stun top art if he's going to put a stop to this flag. But the question is, has the flag carrier dropped out? But stays with the knife on Styles, and it looks like that flag has made his way all the way through church. So Pain's been in a little bit of trouble by now.
Yeah, Pain could be in an awful lot of trouble. Are they going to put that top of the flag in? But no, Legendary is there. He's been challenged. Can they get it? Oh, Legendary with the 2-piece. He's going to stop this flag. Would they have gone for the stalemate? Some teams like doing that, regardless of where the other flag is. But there we go. Oh, Legendary with the return. That's a 3-piece. He's actually knocked down the spawn for his teammates. But there we go. I believe that was all 4 kills Legendary just picked up. So he's actually allowed them. But no, Goblin Yan has apparently spawned somewhere near Mannequins, and he is actually dropped them.
Yeah, that was unfortunate play there from Payne. Legendary did absolutely everything he possibly could. He was really locking down those spawns, picking off 4 kills, went to see if he could get the church overextend, but unfortunately got dropped by Nade. But we're on board with Palooka, who gets a very nice kill on Apology in corridor, and I believe that flag has been pulled. Looks like he's dropped down, but Palooka seems to be a little bit bamboozled, not entirely sure where that flag's gone. It has in fact been counterpulled though by Style, and we're on board with Tojo. He's on balcony just trying to make sure that Style can get out of money. He's completely okay without being challenged by any of the Bloody Cloud players.
You know what? This is the worst possible situation for Payne right now. They do not want a stalemate. It is the worst thing that could happen. Even if they lost a flag at this point, they'd have time to get 2 more. If this goes into a stalemate, they're going to be able to hold this really easy. We've seen time and time again, and it looks like they're pushing now. Torjor and Palooka going for it. Palooka taken down. Torjor playing it slow now. He knows he's in trouble. They have to get this flag back now.
Oh, I'm not entirely sure why he went for the pre-fire there, but he has managed to pick off that kill. But oh, there was Yan, who was able to take down Tojo. Interestingly enough, I'm not really too sure why Bloody Cloud decided to take the flag into top white. That's quite an unusual spot. Normally they just sit in the very far corner of the map, where the flag has in fact gone now. But Palooka is in a position to try and get that kill. But oh, Zai's managed to take down Palooka with an explosion, just shot the car, I think. But Tojo is near the flag. He needs to get this return. He could in fact just try and cover it for 30 seconds because of the automatic return, but he's not going to be able to do so as he gets taken down by Apology.
This is exactly why this stalemate is so hard, and probably one of the hardest stalemates on the game. All the opposite teams end up spawning around that area, so you have to pretty much dig all of them out to try and get in there, and then still run that length to go get the flag. So it's going to be incredibly difficult for Payne here. They have a minute left to try and get this back, put it in, and just tie the game up, let alone try and win.
Yeah, Payne do look as though they are in a little bit of trouble. On board with Tojo, he's managed to find his way all the way into Ivy, and it looks like he's going to go for a big nade. If that hits, that's going to do his team the world a favour. Flag has actually been dropped and returned, so Tojo has no choice. Doesn't look like he can actually afford to challenge that, but he's managed to. And oh, Zays must have been weak. Tojo managed to get that kill. Palooka takes down Yan as well, but can they get the return? That's the important thing. They have indeed, and Tojo looks like he could run this all the way home as long as there is not one more Bloody Cloud player on the flag. Looks like he's going to get it, and that is going to tie things up with 26 seconds to go.
Wow, you know what? That was some incredible play there. It looked like Payne actually opened up the Blooded Clouds defense, and Blooded Clouds, maybe they overextended a little bit there. They didn't seem to have the manpower back at flag, and that has cost them. Payne have exploited that and have now run the flag away, and obviously this is going to go into stopwatch.
Yeah, I think you're right. This is definitely going to go to stopwatch 2-2, and what a great way to start the first casted game ever, going into stopwatch first round. Although, having said that, if we remember yesterday when we were watching Payne, their first CTF wasn't exactly the strongest, and they did pick it up as they went along, so they seem like a team that likes to pick up a little bit of momentum. So Bloody Cloud, after their result against SK, they're going to have the world of confidence going into this. So this is going to be very close indeed.
Yes, it is going to be close. And for those of you who haven't seen stopwatch before, it basically boils down to fastest flag first, and so if one team captures it in a minute, the game will end. They'll swap sides, and the other team has a minute or less to cap it to win. They don't, then obviously they lose, and that's how stopwatch works. And we're going to try and move on here, and obviously, you know what, nobody really practices stopwatch that much, so it is kind of interesting. You'll see 4 SMGs, you'll see huge defense. It's really interesting how each team adapts for this sort of situation.
Yeah, it's one of those things you can't really, I mean, people say you can practice it, but I honestly don't think you can, if I'm honest. I think different teams play completely differently. Like, there's certain times where you have to go 4-man SMG, there's certain times where you could essentially go 4-man AR, although I would never recommend it. But I'm going to get on board with Blooded Cloud. First of all, they are on the good side, and it'll be interesting to see how they can cap it, although you guys are all on the other team, aren't you? Oh no, there you go.
We've changed back right now, and we are defaulting on to Gnome Boris, the Blooded Clouds, as he tries to run through this pillar area. And you know what? They know they have to be fast here. They know they're on the better side. They know they have to get this flag back. And he's going to look for Gnome Boris picking up one. No! Legendary turns on him.
That's it.
Drops Gnome Boris there. Payne have actually just put them 3 down. If they can get a flag away on the bad side, they are going to be laughing here, as Gremlin and Apology is incredibly weak in fire.
I'm not entirely sure how Boris did not get that kill. Legendary just turned and just sort of slapped him, for lack of better words. But Apology did a good job there of just staying alive, holding his team spawns. He cannot let Payne get a flag, not on the bad side. That is the worst case scenario. If Payne can get a flag on the bad side, you know Pain going into the good side, they have the more likely chance of winning. But Apology just seems to be playing a little bit too defensive for my liking. He is on the good side. They need to try and exploit that. This isn't how he would play normally, so I don't really see why he's playing like this. There we go. We are seeing him now push into corridor, see if he can lock down those churches.
Yeah, they need to more concentrate on map control, fight tooth and nail for it, and then pull the flag. If they can get it away clean, they can get it home a lot faster than scrapping around it like they currently are. Yeah, there we go. Pain Legend. It doesn't look like Pain are pushing out that much. Even when they had them 3 down, they didn't seem to push out. And oh, that was a bad stun. He's getting in a lot of trouble now, but Gamonic, yeah, it's there. Can he get this? No. You know what? Pain everywhere around this flag. It's going to be an absolute nightmare to dig it out.
Yeah, they really have just sort of dug in. Pain not wanting to push too far forward. Bit of a risky strategy though if Bloody Cloud can catch on to what they're doing. I mean, that's basically what they're doing, is they're deeming Apology useless. I mean, he's trying to check all that church extend. He has actually just seen one player there, and he needs to make this kill, and only just got that kill on Paluku. He was leaving that a little late, if I'm honest, but Apology has got that 2-piece now, and this is when Bloody Cloud needs to be trying to pull this flag away.
Yeah, Apology left that first one a little bit late. I thought he'd got away, but never mind. This is LAN. Very, very quick death. Good hit registration. There we go. Apology going to lock down the spawn now, and he does actually manage to. Goblin Yan in support. Pain Legendary is actually taking him down, so Apology's going to have to track back and find him.
Yeah, Legendary getting some very important kills in this stopwatch, but the thing that is going to be playing on Bloody Cloud's minds right now is the time. 2 minutes 40 still to go, and they haven't capped a flag on the good side. Pain are going to be laughing right now, and they've counterpulled the flag as well, so Apology needs to try and find where that flag runner is gone. He's not entirely sure, but he does make that kill on Tojaw, and there's one more at church. Legendary gets a 3-piece, takes down Zays. Apology down Boris. That was actually all 4 down, and Legendary having the stopwatch of his life.
Yeah, Legendary there, pulling out huge clutch for his team, got in the right position and just slaughtered Blooded Clouds, and they are not going to be happy away. They could taste that flag going in, and it looks like Gnome Boris is going to try and go and run it again.
Yeah, Boris not giving up, but there was Tojaw dropping Boris. Pain just seems to be getting themselves in such good position to stop any flags, but Yan has picked up that flag. Zays looked like he was just trying to make sure no one was going to be spawning church. Decides that there might be someone in fire, but unfortunately it's too late. Legendary once again taking down Yan. Not entirely sure where he was though, but that flag has in fact been returned once again. Pain getting 2 down, but Zays staying alive on his flag.
Yeah, Zays staying alive here. You know what? Pain are all over this Blooded Cloud lineup. They have decided to play defensively on this, and Tojaw with a 2-piece in the middle. And you know what? Pain showing just how good they are at the moment. Pain Legendary 11 for 5 right now. Although Gremlin Apology is also 10 for 3. Huge kills from these 2 players going on.
Boris just did really well there to drop underneath Tojaw's knife, and he's managed to stay alive. But the problem Bloody Cloud have got now is time is ticking away, and Pain are going to be thinking, great, we have 4 minutes essentially now on the good side to try and cap a flag. And that is just such a simple task, you would think. But Bloody Clouds are going to have that added pressure. They're going to need to dig in, they're going to need to play defensive. Or on the other side, they could actually just go 4-man SMG and try put all their eggs in one basket and just try and go for a really, really quick cap.
Yeah, there we go. Looks like they've actually gone for this stalemate. So they might not even get this flag in. This is incredible. If they don't get a flag in, the next side will be just whoever caps a flag. So they'll have a full 5 minutes to do whatever they like. So it could be just a normal play for them, and it's going to put Blooded Clouds in a seriously bad position. Yeah,
Blooded Clouds don't get this flag in now. They need to just probably go. I would personally say go 4-man SMG. Rush the flag, go for it, all eggs in one basket. There's no point trying to defend your flag for 5 minutes. It's just the most painful thing that you'd have to try and do. But with 27 seconds left, it doesn't look like either of these 2 teams are going to drop their flags, as Zays is just sitting on this back parking lot, just being very defensive, going to change play, get on board with anyone a little bit further up. Apologies furthest forward. He does see the flag carrier, but Styles turns on him with the MP7 and drops Apology default over to Boris. 9 seconds left. It looks like this stopwatch is going to end 0-0 first side.
For some reason, Blooded Clouds weren't pushing up then. There was only one person going for the flag. They seemed more scared of losing their own flag than trying to get one on the good side, which doesn't make any sense to me. It is actually incredible. Blooded Clouds have now got all the work to do, and they are in so much trouble. It's not even funny. As we're going to switch on to Pain Gaming, who have got an entire 5 minutes just to cap the flag.
Yep, Pain essentially now, if they cap a flag, they win because they have the entire second half. But on a second, though, Bloody Cloud, all they need to do is they cap a flag, they win. But essentially, the first team to cap a flag will go ahead and take this first map of this best of 5 on board with Tojaw. He's at this Manny side, and he has just seen one of the Bloody Cloud players run towards the back stairs. No doubt he's going to call that out. He's seen one more as well. He needs to try and make this kill. He is heavily stunned and naded. He decides to turn, and oh, what a time to turn for Tojaw. Drops Yan. Flag has been pulled by Styles. Someone in pursuit, but Styles turns, takes down Zays. And Tojaw now needs to get himself in a position where he can get a few small kills.
Yes, Payne are in a good position here. They have this locked down at the moment. Torjor is in a good position. His teammate is watching that overextend by Church. This flag is going in. It has gone in. 47 seconds there. Incredible. Payne putting this beyond all doubt completely. They just showed how good they really are.
Yeah, Payne really went out strong there, looking so dominant in that stopwatch. They didn't concede a flag when they were on the bad side, and they capped a flag in under a minute on the good side, so just showing exactly how you should play a stopwatch. But we're going to go over to the next map, which is going to be Seatown S&D, and from what we saw yesterday, Payne playing S&D, they look so dominant. I'd be very surprised if they drop a map of S&D to Bloody Clouds.